What's up? It's your boy Jerry T, here with Rachael Abbink, and you're watching the Inside Pool Magazine Extreme Press Box. We're here live at the 2007 32nd Annual U.S. 9-Ball Open Championships. Along with us is a very, very, very special guest. Not only is he a special guest, but he's the new 2007 U.S. Open champion. Across the board, Shane Van Boening. It's truly a pleasure to be here with you right now. No question.
Congratulations, Shane.
Thank you.
No.
Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Awesome. Shane Van Boening beat Ronnie Alcano in the finals. How do you feel right now beating a world champion, Ronnie Alcano?
I've been playing good all year long, and when I win the U.S. Open, that was my goal.
That was your goal?
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
congratulations.
I'm very happy about it,
Wow. What's your new goal now? I mean, you don't have much time.
What do you do now? I mean, you just won the U.S. Open. What do you do now?
Where do you go from there, Jerry?
It's all about getting experience, You want to play the best game you got,
Right. You played some monsters in this tournament. What would you say was the toughest match throughout the entire tournament?
This is going to be the toughest match I ever played.
The finals?
In my book.
In your career?
Yeah.
Wow, that says a lot.
Ronnie Alcano, he shoots too straight. He knows a lot of moves.
His AccuStats were unbelievable.
I totally respect him as he's a great player.
Yes.
He's
so
a great
are you,
player.
Shane. Very modest.
No question. Well, take us through that final game. You had a few balls left on the table. It was no question that you started to smirk a little bit. You felt an emotion coming through you. What were you feeling at that time?
I couldn't believe that he didn't make a ball in the break. I was just totally shocked.
That.
I was totally shocked about that.
Right. What was your strategy going into the finals? Any different from the other matches of the tournament?
Well,
like the TV table plays a little different. So you had
the TV table is the toughest table in the whole room.
The toughest table in the whole room. Why is that?
Ronnie Alcano couldn't make a ball in the break.
Yeah, you were having a little trouble on the break as well.
And I had to figure out where to break from and what the speed is.
Right.
He's hitting it too soft.
What kind of percentage were you hitting as far as speed goes on your breaks?
Probably 30-40%.
30-40% of the speed.
And he's probably hitting maybe 20%. I don't know.
Right.
But he's hitting it a lot easier than what I am.
Yeah, he was definitely hitting them softer. I'm surprised actually he didn't switch up his break. He broke dry like 4 times in a row, and he hit them the same speed every time. So. Yeah,
you scratched a couple times as well. Were you having trouble with the break across the board on that table?
I noticed you sped up. Like you hit them harder gradually. I mean, you went from like 30% to maybe 35 to 40%. Yeah. And you at one point didn't you make you made 5 balls on the break at one point?
Four or 5. Was it 4 or 5?
Yeah, it was 4 balls, and then you had a 5-ball run out.
I didn't really have a shot. I don't think.
No, you did. You ran out. It was a 2 to the 3.
It was 4 balls. It was 4 balls. 8-8. I noticed you had a great safety battle. You got a little out of line on the 5-ball.
I remember there was one game that we had a safety battle.
Right, it was a 5-ball.
And I beat him at that.
You beat him, right? He scratched. He eventually scratched and you ran out. That was a nice battle. I enjoyed that.
Real good.
Yes.
And I was pretty impressed the way he kicked.
You know what I couldn't believe is the Filipinos. They seem to be the strongest players as far as kicking goes, and you had him locked up a bunch of times, and you
once I can get a ball.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And one of the best Filipinos.
One of the things is about my game is, I'm not very well kicking safe.
Right.
But once I see a ball, if I can hit a ball without kicking, I can play a good safe.
Right.
And you did. And you did.
You got out of line a few times. You recovered. You fired in a few shots. I remember there was one 5-ball that you had a pretty
off angle,
and you fired it in. It came around 3 rails, right? It came around 3 rails. I looked at Scott Smith, and we both. I said, "How'd he hit it?"
I think he's gonna roll.
Right. You think he's rolling, and he fires it in.
I didn't want to play safe.
Right. Aggressive. Just aggressive style.
You hit it perfect.
You wanted to stay on the table, right?
I did not want to play safe.
Right. Okay.
He's too dangerous to kicking.
He's too Fair enough.
I can't lock him up.
Right.
Okay. Besides Ronnie Alcano, who was the toughest player, like on your road to the finals? Do you think you had a close match? And
who did I play?
It's up there. You didn't have any hill matches, which was done in style. I mean, you played 101 games.
Well, I can say that the toughest one should be the first match I played. That's the toughest match.
Chad, no, who was that? Silver Ochoa.
Ochoa. Yeah,
From
Silver
Texas
Ochoa
on
from Texas.
the
Either one of
TV
the first
table.
match is the toughest tournament. The toughest match you can play in
Right.
every tournament.
Right.
Doesn't matter who you play. So I gotta consider it my first match.
Right.
So
Yeah, I think you actually only lost 56 games out of 101 games that you played. So that's really good. You got about a 50% average.
I didn't lose the match. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
Lose a
that's all
match.
that counts, right?
Undefeated straight all the way through, no question. And you're definitely a fan favorite. The fans were truly on your side. They were so happy.
We're in
they were
America.
rooting for both of you. Obviously, they were watching championship pool.
Yes.
And Ronnie Alcano is certainly a champion.
You know, he was picked to win the tournament.
He was picked to win the tournament, and he had a tremendous fan following as well. But realistically speaking, I think the majority of the fans wanted to see you win.
We're in America, Jerry.
Because but you know what? You know what?
And Shane
I think
does
the
it. He does it
story.
in
I think the
style.
story
You do it in
of Shane Van Boening. What you've done, how much you practice, what you've really put into this game. I think it was almost meant to be that you were supposed to win this tournament today, and I think that the fans felt that. It was like an interesting vibe watching that finals.
Before I played the tournament, I played 9 hours a day for 1 week before the tournament started.
Wow. So you did prepare properly for this
9
tournament.
hours straight.
Okay. So in conclusion, thank you very much for spending a couple times. Go ahead.
I would like to know one last question. The difference. I mean, you're the current world 10-ball champion. I just want to know what the difference you find between 10-ball and 9-ball. Is it?
I like 10-ball because I think most of the pool players out there can't break like what I got. They don't got the break that I have.
The break.
That's the key.
The key is the break.
Right.
You heard it, folks.
Right. Well,
Okay.
You do practice the break more than half of the time you're on the pool
Practice
table.
my break every day at home.
Right.
That's the biggest thing.
And what's the key? What's the key in breaking 10-ball? If you don't mind giving us a little tip, just a little tip, please.
Shane, you don't have to answer that, Shane. You don't have to answer that. They should go out to millions of people. You shouldn't have to answer that.
But the key here is you want to break like Nick Varner or Mike Siegel. They pop the cue ball back.
Right.
Land right in the middle.
All right, so go out and buy Mike Siegel's tapes, Nick
Practice
Varner's tapes.
to all the
watch
kids at
their
home,
10-ball.
to all the fans. Now give back a little bit. You just won and you're taking all this in. Now give back a little bit and send a message to all the fans out there and all the players, the young juniors who are watching you, and you're now their new idol. What do you have to share to them? What kind of words of inspiration do you have for the fans at home and the juniors and the other amateurs that are looking to really become, improve their games?
The main thing is you don't want to drink, you don't want to smoke, and stay in school.
Be an athlete.
That's the biggest thing
Yeah,
for all the people out there.
That's good.
All the young people out there, and just don't drink and smoke.
Would you like to thank your sponsors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for the BCA, Pulley, and
Diamond.
And
is
your
Diamond?
fans, right?
and Diamond. So.
And all Shane Van Boening fans out there, and all the people back in South Dakota.
You make South Dakota
I'm sure
very
are
proud.
happy.
No problem.
And USA.
It was truly
Yeah,
a
very
pleasure
happy
watching you
about
play throughout this event. You've been you've come on this desk a few times. It's been a lot of fun having you. You're truly a gentleman,
Yes.
and we're sure to see you in the finals plenty of times more in the future.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Shane.
Yeah, you bet.
Cheers.
2007 U.S.
Don't
Open
drink
champion.
sparkling water, folks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Simona's cloth. Authentic, accurate, always.
Here's some breaking news. Inside Pool Magazine can now bring the world's greatest players right to your front door. Subscribe to Inside Pool for the annual price of just $19.99. Each issue is action-packed with high-impact photos, tournament coverage, in-depth player profiles, and much, much more.